Prof.
Thank you. I hope everyone is fine and ready for this replacement class. I know it's a weekend and I appreciate you being here to discuss the first case. Okay. I'm sure everyone has read the case. I'm looking at the number of participants. We have 30 participants right now. See, this is another thing. Yeah, I thank all of you for being on time. For those who are not on time, I'm sorry for them. Being on time is being ethical. Unless you have a reason beyond your control, you must plan to be on time. I'm happy to see some of you, were already here when I start the line. So it's a very good practice. We should be ashamed of ourselves if we could not make it on time. Okay. With that, okay, I would like to call upon Group ACES to present their work. I thank the groups that have submitted their work online. The SOP, the standard operating procedure for this class is to submit your group work in PowerPoint form to my Gmail account 24 hours before the discussion. Yeah. That is just to force you and your group members to start early. And even after you submit it to me, you can still, finalize something else and use your slides for the class discussion. I just want to make sure that, you have finished your work on time. I wonder, Preston, Group Preston, oh sorry, Esses, why you didn't email to me your work? I haven't received it. Who's presenting? Siti Nurul-Hayati, can you present it?
Hello, Doctor.
Yeah.
I already emailed to Doctor, also already reply.
Aces? When did you email it?
When?
When? When did you email this slide? Was it last week? Or just this week?
I emailed on 17 November.
You email it to my Gmail?
Yes, and Prof already reply. Assalamualaikum and thank you.
Oh, that was last week. That was on the 17th. Okay, I'm sorry because I checked this morning. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, very sorry about that. So you have emailed it. Thank you. How about Pastel? Pastel, anyone from Pastel? Have you emailed me the slides?
Already sent.
Okay. Okay, good. So I have from all the groups. Okay, let us begin with ACES. Okay, can you present your work? Nurul-Hayati.
Can, Prof. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
This is our group members.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
The problem of the case. First problem is technology. Overall, Preston technology was poor. Lack of quality control. The production cost started to skyrocket while the quality of the car began to directory over the year. Customers also were unhappy with the failing security lock system, and the device engine started to give problem within 2 years of purchase. Preston also still relies on the old technology, which result in the high level of wastage and pollution. The outdated machine and production process have also contributed to the increased production cost. Current equipment is not efficient efficient in use of the either labor, material, or energy. The second is value to customer. Although Preston car have affordable price, but their car are low quality when compared to the foreign car that have affordable price and have a high car quality. Preston production car will have problem after 2 years purchase, and that raise a lot of complaint from customer. The quality perspective customer was unhappy and failing security lock system and accessories that become faulty within 6 months of purchase. The next problem is high staff turnover. High employee turnover will cost precious time and money and can result in loss of staff morale. Preston reputation could be also tarnished, with the people assuming Preston organization is a terrible place to work. Preston company was having some crisis with a lack of internal control, and it will be reason for the high staff turnover. The third problem is autocratic CEO. Autocratic leadership is a leadership style characterized by individuals who control over all decisions and little input from group members. Autocratic leaders typically make choice based on their ideas and judgment, and rarely accept advice from the employees. These are disadvantages of autocratic leader. There are no room for employee to improve, be creative, productive, as well as develop talented employees. The last problem is financial. Negative return earning are sign poor financial healthy. It means company losses in 2018. Based on financial position of Preston, the retained earnings were decreased from the year to year, which is in 2016 was $170 million. 2017 was $160 million, and 2018 was $140 million. Besides, we can see that the long-term borrowing of the company was increased in 2018 compared to 2017 and 2016. The time that the Preston has taken to pay to the supplier is 28 days after date of invoice in 2018.
Okay, let us stop for a while and go back. Yeah, okay, let me put it this way. When you prepare your slide, yeah, this is what you are showing to the audience. It represents you. It gives the impression of you. So you must, as much as possible, try to make sure that it's error-free. The moment I look at your slide, I saw problem. What is the problem with that problem? It is supposed to be plural. You need an S. Problems. There's more than one problems. Okay. Similarly, you put value of customer. There's only one customer? No. There's so many customers. So you need an S over there. See, the first impression is very important. When you start your slide with errors and mistakes, people automatically have some negative impression of your work. Okay. Especially in our field, in the professional field, accounting, engineering, medical, and these are professional fields. People looked at, very detailed. So please, to the rest of you, all of you, when you prepare your slides, look at for even small things matters, because when you use PowerPoint, there's supposed to be points only. You are not supposed to read from your slides. Your slides are just to help you, to remind you what are the important things. Okay. So it's okay for this one, but I hope you take note of this and pay attention to even little things like that. Okay. So here this group presents 5 problems with this company. Okay. Keep that in mind. All of you, I hope you have your pen and your paper. While we're going through, you jot something, you know, make sure you have some critical opinion, so that you can raise them up when the time is appropriate. Okay. So let's move on to the second slide. Maybe someone else would like to present from the group. Why not? Are you Juliana?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, can you present?
Okay, for SWOT analysis, firstly for strength, first affordable price, as we know that the Preston give a
Okay, wait. Let me just put it this way. You don't have to read everything. Everybody can see this.
yes.
Okay. Okay, because of time constraint, yeah, we're just gonna have 1.5 hours to do this. Okay. Now let me open to everyone else. You have any comment or question about this SWOT analysis from this group? Very quickly, let me call Tengku Muhammad Faik. You have anything that you disagree or you want to comment or ask question about this SWOT analysis? Ada tak ni Tengku ni? Mana saya dapat nama ni? Is he in our class? Macam tak ada eh. Aisyatul Radia? From Dominators. Aisyatul? Hari tu dah tak jawab, hari ni tak jawab lagi. Sekali lagi memang awak kena keluar kelas. Ada tak Aisyatul?
We don't see any name.
Yeah, I don't see her
Aisyatul.
also. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, that's from your group, Fadil. Siapa cakap tadi? Okay, never mind. Thank you. Aisyatul is not here. Tak best ah. Siti Nur Hidayah?
Yes, Prof.
Yeah, anything about this slide that you would like to comment or ask question?
At first I don't sure that I think the point of support from the government in the strength aspect is not suitable. Like it's from I thought that that point should be in the opportunities aspect.
Okay, any comment from ACES? That's a good point. Support from the government, is that a strength for this company? Or how, in what way you see that as a strength?
Hello, Prof.
Yes.
I can say that I don't know if it is sure or not, but I can say it's kind of
You have to be
strength.
sure. You have to be sure.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, is we can see that Preston is moving down, but the government keep trying to help them by giving them a grants. So I kind of think that this is kind of strength for them to keep survive in the industry. Yeah,
Okay.
but
Okay. So, what?
yeah.
Let me open up to just another person from another group. Still
All
on
right.
this support from government. Anyone else has a different idea?
Prof,
Yes,
can I give my opinion?
sure.
As for me, I think that support from government should be in opportunities, because opportunities and threat are from external factors. So government is external to the companies, in my opinion.
I tend to agree with that. In the last class, we mentioned that the strength and weaknesses refer to the internal factors that are controllable by the company. That company can easily change, but support from the government represents something from outside. It's external in nature. You can't do much about it. It's a decision of the government. It has to get the approval of the parliament. Is something that easily said not is beyond your control, beyond the company's control again. So that's a good point. Thank you. Okay, anything else that anyone would like to address looking at this SWOT analysis?
Prof.
Yes. Tell me your name because I cannot figure out who's
Okay,
talking.
my name is Nur Ashikin from Superior.
Okay, no, Ashikin, thank you. Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
I want to ask, what do you mean, what ACES means by slow economy at threat section?
Okay, Aces. Can someone from Aces address that?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Ashikin, please repeat the question.
What you guys mean by the slow economy at threat section?
Is slow economy a threat to the company? How is it so?
Yeah.
Prof, in
Yeah.
my opinion, if the company becomes slow, the demand of the car will Siti Nurhayati, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
When the economy becomes slow, the demand of the car will decrease, and that will be the threat of the company.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's a threat. Yeah, because remember we were talking about industry analysis. Industry analysis should form the basis of your opportunities and threats. When there is a slowdown in the economy, in a way, it's a threat to your company because it will affect your sales. The demand for the cars will go down. So the economy slowdown is in a way posing a threat to reduction in your revenues. Okay, good discussion. Okay. One more thing. Anybody has any opinion on any of these items? This is what I like, yeah? You clarify, you question. It doesn't mean, when the question is posed to you, it doesn't mean you did something wrong. People just want to understand further. Okay, one more chance. Anyone? No? If not, we move to the next slide. So basically, people agree with all you put down here except for the support from government. Okay. Is increasing demand, sorry, going back to your strength, is increasing demand a strength? Is it within the control of the company?
No,
This
Prof.
is Zati. Wait, sorry. And anyone would like to respond to that? Increasing demand. Does that represent the strength of the company?
No, Prof. It's the market strength.
Yes, yeah. For the company itself, you see the decreasing sales. Yeah, increasing demand is not the strength of the company. It may be opportunities if you can do things right, if you can fix your problem, you know, overall in the economy, yeah, if you look at the industry, the demand is growing, but it's not the strength for your particular company. Okay, that's another point. Okay, thank you. Who answered the question just now?
Me, Professor Pavitra.
Pavita, okay, thank you. Okay, please mention your name, yeah, because you will get some points for your participation. Okay, next slide, please. Oh, good.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Prof.
Okay.
Okay, I will discuss about the demand and supply. For the demand, when the Preston company wants to upgrading their facilities, they expect the demand for Preston car will be low for the next 3 years. However, it will bring net profit of 10 millions in each years. After 3 years, the result of the demand differ with their expectation. The demand of the Preston car still higher with net profit still running 10 million per year. The demand for Preston's car increased due to change in the external environment. This also will lead to net profit of 20 millions per year in years 4. It shows the company committed to increase their supply. It shows the company, sorry madam, as we know, the senior management of Preston suggests to upgrade their production of facilities to gain more labor and energy efficiency. They expect the demand will become low for the next 3 years. However, after 3 years, the demand of Preston cars still higher and increase, and the company is still running the benefit with 10 million per year. The demand still increase due to change in the external environment. So, as we know, the demand for this is increase. And next is supply. Senior management at Preston recently that they should upgrading its production facilities to gain labor and energy efficiencies. The cost of upgrading is 70 million and the upgrade has a useful life of 6 years. As the result, we know that this company committed to increase their supply of Preston's car. It shows the company committed to increase their supply in Preston's car. They upgrading their production facilities to gain labor and energy efficiency, and the cost upgrading is 70 million, and the upgrade is 6 years useful life. The supply of the Preston's car also increase.
Okay. Well, that's another example that, you know, something you should avoid doing, reading from your slides. It doesn't give a good impression. I have to say this. Yeah. So try to put down your slide, you know, in point forms and elaborate on the points during your presentation. That will give you a higher mark. You know, by just reading, simply, you know, showing that you are not really well versed, yeah, in elaborating on the points. Yeah. It's okay for this, you know, first case, but as we move on, I would like to see some improvement. Okay, aside from that, let me open up to other participants. If you have any comments on this industry analysis. Thank you, Nazri.
Okay, welcome, Prof. Sorry, Prof.
Don't be discouraged with my my comments. I'm just being, very direct in this class.
Okay, Prof. It's okay.
Okay, now we open to any comments on the industry analysis? No? Okay, I have comments, but I will hold on to that. Next slide, please.
Prof,
Yes.
for industry
Okay.
analysis, do we need to do it very general about all the automobile industries or only about the industry that we are looking into?
Only at the industry that is relevant for your case. In this particular case, it should be the automobile industry, particularly in our region. Yeah, if you can zoom in Malaysia in particular, I mean, in this case, of course, it doesn't say Malaysia, but we know this is about Proton. Yeah, so for you to do a proper analysis, yeah, the more focused you are, the better for you in terms of coming up with the solution for the case. Yeah. Uh, that's another point. Thank you, Pavitra. I like to raise. Yeah, when you do your case study, of course, you are not going to put the real name of the company, but all cases in this book are real cases. They are about real companies. So when you do your project, you do your case. Yeah, you are advised to not use the real name of the company, but everything else are factual. Yeah, they're not made up numbers. They are not made up stories. They are real stories. The purpose of this class is to give you exposure in solving real cases, because you are expected to be managers. You are expected to assist management later on. So industry analysis, yeah, we should give you some facts about what is happening, what will happen, the nature of growth, the structure of the industry, the type of competition you face, yeah, so that you will come up with a more practical solution. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Okay, let's move on to this slide. Back to ACES.
Okay. Next is industry dynamics. For the team, Preston suggests that the company to upgrading their production facilities to gain more labor in their company. It show the company have future plan to increase their team's member, which is increase more labor in their company. For financial, the retained earning will decrease from year to year. Based on the financial position of the Preston, the retained earning will decrease from year to year, which is in 2016 was 170 million, 2017 was 160 million, and 2018 was 140 million.
Okay, I
Besides,
think,
we can see
wait,
that
Nazri, I think you better stop. Okay. Industry analysis is not the analysis of your company. I keep on repeating this. Industry is outside your company, but you belong to that. Like when you live in a kampong or in an apartment, your apartment is just one of the many apartments in the building. Other apartments in the same building can be thought of as your industry. You are just one apartment within the whole block. So you're just one company within the industry. Why you need to understand the industry? Because by having the facts about industry, you can tell about the opportunities and threats, and you can measure your performance against the industry. You can look at your direct competitor. So what you're doing here, you're talking about your company. This is incorrect. Talking about Preston. What you should be telling us is about the other other forces that work outside your company that affects you and your performance. Is that clear?
Okay, so we must explain about the
The
cost which is affect
industry,
our
the
performance
market,
company.
yeah, this industry analysis is not about you. It's about factors beyond you, but affect you. Industry, for example, if you're talking about Proton, then you have, Perodua, you have, imported cars, you have all other companies that are players in the automobile industry. Together, they have some impact on your company. So this one is what I meant by doing the research, industry research. You research from the internet, especially nowadays, because you cannot go to the library and all that. So you find out what is the growth prospect for this industry, for example, who are the major players in this industry, what type of automobiles are there that are competing in the industry, which one do you belong to? There's so many factors. What are the capital structure for this industry? How about the cost structure for this industry? These are the general facts and information about the nature of where you belong to. Okay, next slide. I'm not going to go through into detail on this one. Next slide, please. Okay, so you get your blue ocean strategy. Okay, everyone can see this. Let me hear some questions or comments on this from others. I would advise you to put it in the diagram form. It'll be easier. Do you have that? No, you put it in this way. Okay. Now let's see the next slide. Okay. Okay, my question is how did your group come up with this canvas? Can you explain to us?
Basically,
Mhm.
I'm Naim for myself.
Okay,
Okay,
Naim.
for this strategy canvas, basically we refer to the Blue Ocean strategy and the ERRC.
Okay.
Okay. Do I need to explain each of these points?
Yes, your company is the blue one.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let me see what I can understand from this. Your price is the lowest compared to your major competitor and the industry. Is that a fact? And then your talent is also the lowest. Your technology is the lowest. Your quality is the lowest. Your leadership is the highest. Your innovation, you get something, innovation, some form of innovation at the end. Okay.
Yes.
Compared to your major direct competitor is almost parallel. It's just that your competitor is higher. The only difference is in leadership. The competitor is higher and the competitor doesn't have any innovation. In terms of the industry, when you talk about the average, that should be the industry average. That should be the facts you gather through your research. And here you were saying that on average, when it comes to price, average is the highest, talent is in between, technology is the highest, Quality is the highest and leadership is somewhere in the middle. No innovation. Okay. Did I interpret it correctly?
Yes, Prof.
Okay. So with that in mind, I open up to the rest of the participants. What do you think of this canvas? What is missing in this canvas? Can someone point out what's missing from this canvas?
Prof, my name is Sophie. I think maybe he can put like internal control, from aspect of internal control.
Internal control will be part of quality.
Okay, all right.
Okay, thank you for trying. That's
No
good.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we put in the general factor, okay, because it's advisable to have manageable 6 or 7. Here they got 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 6, 7 will be manageable. More than that will be too messy and maybe not practical. Again, remember the factors should reflect the key success factors. What factors would contribute to the success of this company in this type of industry? Okay, my question again, what's missing in this graph? Assuming we don't have issues with the factors, assuming we accept the factors, what's missing in this graph?
Prof.
Yes,
Okay, I'm Hidayah,
Hidayah, yes, thank you, Hidayah.
but I
So,
think that they mentioned already about the eliminate aspect in ERCC.
okay.
Look at this strategy.
Mhm.
There's no eliminate point at there.
Very good, Hidayah. Okay, Hidayah from Dalgona, right?
Yes, Prof.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, thank you, Hidayah. Let's go back to your ERCC. ER, the slide before this. ERRC, it says, go back to the previous slide. Who's controlling the slides?
Doctor. Okay.
Go back to the ERRC. Your slide number 7. Okay, you have eliminate there. Okay. What are you eliminating? You're eliminating the CEO. Okay. You eliminate the CEO. That's why you don't have it on your graph. Okay. How do I say this? I understand why you put this. You eliminate the CEO. You don't eliminate the CEO. You replace the CEO. That's fine, but it's not something that you want to highlight in your strategy. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to simplify this. Okay, when you replace a person, okay, it's just a one-time event. You replace the director or the manager or the CEO today, and you must make sure somebody else, take over. And usually in big companies like this, we have what we call succession planning. And you don't put it in your strategy canvas, because strategy canvas represents what you need to do for, a period of time. Like if you want to improve your quality, you put it on the canvas, because it will not just happen at on one day. It's not just an event that like similar to replacing someone. It's just a one time event. You replace a person today and somebody else take over the job. So it doesn't have to appear on your strategy. You understand what I mean?
Yes, Prof.
Okay, thank you. So that's why, you know, in this particular strategy canvas, let's go back to your strategy canvas. There's no match. Go back to your strategy canvas. Siapa control slide ni? Okay, here. So there's something missing here. If you eliminate something, your graph should come down to 0. Okay. And here I don't think you really mapped, you know, your ERRC with your strategy canvas. Okay, anyway, it's a nice try. We have spent 40 minutes on this case. Yeah. As we go on, we will not be spending so much time on one particular group, but I'm taking it slowly, just so that I can explain some of the obvious, not to say mistakes, but inconsistencies, I should say. Okay, thank you, Group Aces. I hope, you know, all of us learn something from this. The purpose of this presentation is not to condemn or to, you know, make you look bad or something. It's a learning process, yeah. And I will give you, you know, another 5 days or so to correct your slide and resubmit for grading. Yeah. In the presentation, if you make mistakes, it's okay, as long as you correct it in your resubmission. That is what I graded. Okay, thank you, Aces. Let's now move to let me see, Pastel. Can you share your slides? And then this time we will go faster. Most likely you just show your slides and we open for comments. Okay, I would like to invite Noor Alisa Wahida to present. Okay, next slide. See, here my first comment is that when you put so many words in your slide, then it will make it less interesting. People are busy looking, trying to read, and they're not effective in terms of conveying your ideas. Okay, they're doing pastel analysis, that's good, but it's really not part of the blue ocean. That's fine. The case requires you to do pastel analysis, and the pastel analysis will help you understand the story better so that you can come up with the strategy. Okay, you want to quickly tell us what is pastel analysis?
Yes, Prof.
Okay.
Sorry.
Tell us basically quickly what is pastel analysis.
The pastel analysis, the government give incentive to the company.
Faster.
They also provide the employment opportunity.
Okay. P, you should say P stands for political factors. Okay, in pastel analysis, the first P stands for political factors. So you should list down all the political factors. These are the outside, external factors, yeah, that affect your company, but they are not within your control. Okay, E stands for what? E stands for
E stands for economy.
economical factors. Yeah, that's economy. So you list down all of the economic factors, for example, the growth rate, the exchange rate, the interest rates, yeah, and inflation
Hello?
rates. Yes. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Lisa, yeah. Yeah,
Sorry, I can't hear, Prof.
you cannot hear me. Okay, maybe I should invite someone else to present. But I can hear clearly.
Ain maybe can help.
Okay, okay.
Hello, Prof.
Yes,
I can help Lisa.
okay. Tadi siapa tadi?
Okay.
Before you.
Ain. Nur Ain Fatia.
Okay, okay. Teruskan, what does S stand for?
Apa, Prof? What?
S. Tadi kan
S.
P for political factors, E for economical factors,
S
S for
for social.
social factors. Give an example of social factors.
Social, Preston company having some crisis where they are lack of internal control, lack of quality control, poor technology, and the production cost started to skyrocket. And the customer unhappy with the failing security lock system, device, and the faulty of technology. And then the engine started to give problem within 2 years of purchase.
No, Ain, that's not social factors. What you mentioned, those are not social factors. So, social factors refer to probably lifestyle, yeah, culture, healthcare, age distribution, population, what type of customers, are really your target market. These are the social factors. Okay.
Okay, Prof.
Okay. T stands for what? Next slide. T.
E for environment.
T. Pestel. T stands for what?
T for technology.
Technology. Okay. E for?
E for environment.
L for?
L for legal.
Okay. So you see that Pastel is just another method. Another approach to analyze a case. Here, instead of doing the regular SWOT analysis, this method goes into a slightly different perspective. It has 6 elements and it highlights all of these political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal, so that you can have the facts in some perspective. Okay, so we're not gonna dwell too much into Pastel. Let's see your problems. Okay, you list here 3 major problems. Okay, let's open this for comments. Okay, I will ask Kirtana. Are you here today?
Yes, I'm here, madam.
Okay, Kirtana, can you share with us your opinion about the problems listed here? Do you agree with the 3 problems or you have other opinion? Kirtana, you were not in the last class. Where were you?
My line was so problem, madam. That's why I can't.
Okay.
I was in the class, but I couldn't respond.
How come you didn't WhatsApp me or didn't tell me anything? Okay, never mind, go on. So after this, I would like to, you to be more active. Okay, what do you think of their problems here? You agree with them or you have any issue?
I agree with that.
You agree with all of this?
But
That's
the
an easy choice.
no. But the current equipment is not efficient in the backdated technology.
What do you mean? Current equipment is not efficient.
Yeah,
So you have an issue there?
I feel
You feel what?
it's nothing.
Faster. Apa? Kita
The
nak.
equipment and the technology not related.
Equipment and technology are not related.
Yeah.
Okay, comment from the group or respond from the group, Pastor. Iltana said equipment and technology are not related.
Prof, actually the equipment's technology is outdated. So I think it's related because equipments also has their technology which helps the machineries and all.
Who's talking?
Pavitra.
Mitra, you're from Pastel, okay?
Yes, Prof.
So you're saying that technology and equipment are related.
Yes, Prof.
Iltana,
Yes, madam.
are you satisfied with that response?
Yeah, I satisfy, madam.
You Nia, you find an easy way out, huh? You
No,
just
no,
agree.
madam.
In the first place, why
I
you
didn't find
disagree?
any other problems in the problems of the
Okay,
system.
okay.
Prof, I have a question.
Okay, siapa tu?
My name is Nur Ali Aliza from Group Dalgona.
Dalgona, Nur Alia, okay, silakan.
Shouldn't production cost be included in financial problem instead of backdated technology? Yang the first point.
Good point. Let me hear the response from Pastel. Why is production cost not in financial problem? Why is it classified as backdated technology?
Okay, actually because of the technology backdated, the cost has increased because they're using a very old technology and didn't upgrade it. So that's why I made it in backdated technology for the cost increase because it's related to the technology.
So it is actually cost inefficiency. You're not efficient because of your old technology. Okay, so reword your statement there. Okay, very good. Anything else? Okay. I know it's not easy, but if you focus and you be critical, you may be able to see, some points that can be improved or can be restated to make them clearer. Okay. Lock system, is that part of expertise? Is that technology related? The lock system?
Prof,
Yes.
can you hear me?
I am
Yes.
Najiha from Group Pastel.
Okay, Najiha, silakan.
Okay, I think it's related because as we know, when we see about the nature of changes in economic environment, we can see that the technology is changing. So we must what we say, sorry, we must upgrade our technology. So that's why uh, sorry. That's why we have lack of expertise in lock system, so we must to upgrade. Can you hear me, Prof?
Okay. I'm trying to understand what from your perspective. Okay, here, everyone, listen. We have to differentiate between people and machines, men and machines. Expertise refer to people, yeah. The man, the people, whereas technology is associated with the machines. Yeah. So in the old days, we're talking about men and machines. Yeah. So now, you're looking at the automobile industry, this is highly automated, highly robotics. Yeah. People who serve this industry are really, highly skilled people. And the trend is that for the industry to use less and less people, because all the expertise, has been transformed to robots. Yeah, we have artificial intelligence, AI. The robots are replacing the human being. So if you're talking about lock system and all that, it's really technology related. It's not the people anymore, yeah, because this has been automated, this has been programmed. So if you have an outdated technology, of course, it will affect your lock system. Okay, the expertise. If you watch, Discovery Channel, this is good. When you have a case to solve, you try to broaden your general knowledge. You try to understand things by going to the YouTube or going to the Google, do some research, look at the some of the discovery documentaries and all that, so that you have better ideas. Yeah, not just to understand the case, but to understand the whole global trend and performance. So here again, just to help you, in thinking, just now we mentioned about production costs. Yeah, so because of the use of the term, and you put it in the category of technology, it could mislead the understanding of the audience, whereas you're talking about inefficiency due to outdated technology. Similarly, when you put lack of expertise and you put your point as lock system, is also in a way confusing, because we think of lock system is something related to technology. Okay, for this group, I want you to go back and reclassify, and reword some of these so that they become clearer. Okay, next slide. I'm happy with the participation, with the engagement. Okay, next slide. Siapa jaga slide? Okay, your ratio analysis, tell us about this.
Yes, Prof.
Okay.
Um, market analysis
This is about the company, right?
Yes, Prof. Preston companies ratios.
Okay. Now, basically, okay, you put it in a bar chart, and we can see, okay, net profit margin decrease in 17, but increase in 18. Return on asset is growing. Okay, return on equity drop but raise up again. So what's the conclusion from this ratio analysis?
Profit margin measure the percentage of each ringgit of sales in net income. It shows that from 2016 it's 7.89%. In 2017 is 2.25%. In 2018 is 13.6%.
Okay.
The return on asset is measure the overall probability. It also shows the ratio is increased from 57.69% to 73.08%. The return on equity is measure of company's financial performance. From year 2016 to 2018, which up to 27.7% to 39.58%.
Okay, so what's the problem?
But in 2018 the sales is in negative. The sales is reduced to 95.
Sales, you're talking about sales from, if you look at the financial statement in the case, okay, you can see that the sales dropped from 950 million to 700 million.
Yes.
It's a significant drop, okay. But what's the major problem?
Major problem.
If you looked at the cost of sales in the case, if you take the ratio in 2016, the cost of sales 750 divided by 950, you get about 79%. Okay, and if you go to 2017, you take 650 divided by 800, you get 81%. And if you go to the 2018, 675 divided by 700, you get 96%. What's the problem? The problem is that the ratio of cost to sales, cost divided by sales, has been increasing, yeah, to the point that in 2018, it is 96%. Of course, you don't make any profit. Your cost of sales divided by your revenue is 96% before you take out all the expenses. So what's wrong with your company? Very high cost of sales. Okay, if you put it this way in ratio analysis, of course, you see, you know, in terms of the whole, the whole profit ratio and all that. But as accountants, you must go into more detail. The first thing we look at when companies have problem is whether you are making a reasonable profit margin. Profit margin is terrible. Okay, so that's one thing. Yeah, and I know you have done all of this analysis before. I'm not going to go into detail, but just to highlight to you, the main problem with this company is the rising cost of sales. Yeah, if you looked at your administrative expenses and other expenses, they're not that bad, except for the finance cost. Look at the finance cost. in the statement, you see from 5 to 10 to 15. Very significant increase year after year. So go through item by item. And it would be best if you could compare to the industry standard. Go look at, public listed company in automobile industry and use that as a benchmark, compare with the company. Even though your financial statements is just, very simplistic statement, but it should give you some ideas, about the problem with this company in terms of production cost. Okay, next slide, please.
We have a new slide. Maybe Shua. Oh, not yet. Okay.
Okay, my comment about this slide is that it's difficult to read. It's very difficult to read. As much as possible, use the capital letters only for titles and subtitles if you wish. Yeah, but other than that, you should use regular small letters. Very difficult to read. Okay, so let's look at your strategy canvas. I'm rushing for time. Strategy canvas. Okay, your canvas. Can you use the slide presentation? Okay. 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 Now we open for comments about this canvas.
Actually, the font should be average. Sorry.
The what?
Okay, the green one.
Oh, what you put for? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
very interesting. Let's see. Let's hear some comments and questions. Anna from Group Superior.
Yes, Prof.
Okay, any comment or question on this canvas?
There is no eliminate section.
There is no elimination. Okay, good. Lagi? Okay, let me call someone else. Siapa daripada grup? Muhammad Fadil. Dominators. Yeah,
Yes,
anything you would like to question or comment on this one?
First, I didn't read the SWOT analysis and ERRC because I cannot read because of the color from background and the words. So
Okay,
I cannot read.
that's fine. Okay, just ignore those. Just focus on the canvas. Anything you can highlight? Just now, we point out that there is no elimination. Anything else is missing?
There is no innovation or
Creation. Nothing is created.
yes.
Okay, thank you, Fadil. See, from this canvas, we see that the group should have come up with an elimination, We've discussed this in the last class. Something that probably represent your strength, but it really doesn't matter. It's really not a key success factor. It's just a waste of resources. It is not something valued by customers, so you should eliminate it. And you should also create something so that you can be different from the rest of your competitors. You want to be in a place where we call, you are in a blue ocean. not in the red ocean. The innovation should put you in a world of your own. You have your own target market. They are happy with your cars. They are willing to pay the price you charge. And there is no one else, no other competitors that can offer something the same as you. Okay, so in this canvas, okay, other than that we pointed out that two elements are missing. Okay. Another thing, if you see the competitor here, competitor is Rolls-Royce. Is that logical? Anyone?
Can I answer?
Yes, please. Who are you?
Ani Sophia.
Annie Sophia, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, so in my opinion, the competitor that Group Pastel had talked about is Rolls-Royce. But as we know, Rolls-Royce is a high-end car manufacturer. But if we see in the case 18 from the background of the company, it is said that Preston is a first-time automobile manufacturer, which it was close to impossible for Preston to create a high-end luxury car. So Preston is more focused on domestic vehicles. So to compare between domestic and luxury high-end car, it is seems to be not compatible to compare between these two companies, in my opinion.
Thank you, Anis. Very good point here. Everyone pay close attention.
Thank you,
When
Anis.
when you talk about your direct competitor, someone, another company that is really competing directly with you. If you think of Proton, okay, which particular car manufacturer can be thought of as closely competing with Proton?
I think it's Produa, maybe, Prof.
Okay, that's reasonable. Yeah, Produa is a local manufacturer. It produces cars that in almost the same price range as Proton. You are competing for the same, almost similar target customers. So in this way, you must be critical to pick up a direct competitor to compare your canvas, your what do you call your graph with that competitor. Of course, in this case, you can say that you didn't know it's Proton, but if you think carefully, yeah, the description and all that, you can safely say, the case is about Proton. Okay, so Produa is the most likely direct competitor, and you want to mirror, we call it. You want to be not far away from the competitor, direct competitor, in terms of the key success factors. Because what's the key success factors for you is almost the same as your direct competitors, except for the innovation. In terms of innovation, you want to extend your graph, you want to offer something that is valued by your target customers so that they will move away from Perodua. They will choose Proton rather than Perodua. Even the existing customers, of Perodua may be thinking of switching to you, Proton, just because of that innovation. So that innovation will make you unique, will make you different, and
Oh.
will, yes?
May I interrupt? Sorry.
It's okay.
Can I give an example to improve my understanding?
Okay.
For example, like Proton and Produa, I can see that in real market nowadays that Proton has like a voice system that can like give automatic instruction to for the car, and then the car will react. So it's like a new innovation, right? From in terms of its competition with Produa. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, it may not be a real new innovation for the automobile industry, but if you just compare Perodua and Proton, if Proton does not offer that yet, then you can say, yes, it's an innovation for the target market that they are competing with.
Okay, bro. Thank you.
So, yes, so you're correct there. Okay. And coming back to the graph, if you look at here, they say Ford. Ford is the industry average. Okay, well, they made the correction. They say it's not Ford. Okay, that's the overall industry. And then, okay, that's fine. But here, in terms of price, yeah, you're saying if Preston offers the lowest price compared to the industry and compared to the competitor, assuming the competitor is now Perodua. Is that correct?
Yes,
Is
Prof.
the price of Proton lower than Perodua and lower than the average industry? Here, the average industry also represent the imported cars.
Yeah, I think so. It's lower than the imported car.
So you're saying that Preston offers the lowest
Yeah.
car among all the competitors. So if you're okay with that, that's fine. Okay, you're saying material here. Material should go under quality. It's part of quality. So we don't put like, material separately because there are many other key success factors that you should pick up and really compete on. Yeah, because basically, materials are the same except that whether you can get, a lower price for the same quantity or not. Okay, and you only have 5 factors. That's fine if you're talking about a company or industry that is, so limited in terms of key success factors. But I think for automobile industry, you should be able to come up with, 7 or so. Okay, try to come up, try to be, more general in terms of your key success factors. For example, here, if you looked at affordability, it's the same as price. Okay, so I will not give any points there because if the price is low, then it's affordable. Okay, customer experience. What would be a more general term in terms of customer experience? Can someone think of a more general term for customer experience? When you buy a car, what do you expect as a customer?
Customer satisfaction.
Customer satisfaction, or we can call service quality. There's a difference between service quality and product quality. Okay, service quality encompasses, probably like after sales service, and in terms of the rate of response to customers' complaint, and it's also of course customer satisfaction in driving and all that. Okay, so there's so many things, we need to talk more, so I don't think we can end it here. I have to look at the other three groups. Okay, can we at least go on to the next group? Superior, thank you. This happened Pastel, thank you. Yeah, make your corrections, spend some more time. Okay.
All right, Prof. All right.
Okay, good. Okay, let's go to superior. We have about 10 minutes. It's okay. Can you share with us quickly, probably your ERRC and your strategy canvas? What's your ERRC? Okay, let's look at this one. Okay. Let's open for question or comment.
Prof,
Yes.
I'm Kavita. I would like to comment on eliminate regarding outdated technology. I think we can put outdated technology in raising part. So when outdated technology must improve so that we must raise. I think that eliminate part the outdated technology must be put in raise. In my opinion.
Okay, fine. Let's hear the response from Superior. Why did you put outdated technology under eliminate? Mohammed?
Yes, bro.
Why did your group classify outdated technology under eliminate?
I think, in my opinion, because the user will change to another brand due to the new technology. Press, press.
The comment here is that you should put that under raise. Do you agree? Agree or disagree? To cut it short, I think, yeah, that's a very valid comment. If you eliminate the technology, we know what you mean. You will replace it with a better technology. So, you know, a better way is to raise the level of your technology. Both of you are correct, you know. But in terms of the audience understanding and it makes more sense to classify it as under race because you eliminate it and you have to replace it. So when you replace it, of course, you upgrade the technology, so you raise the technology. Okay, good, Kalita. Anything else? Okay, let's see your graph. Next slide. Okay, let's open up for this. They have Preston, direct competitor and industry. Preston in gold, brown color. Direct competitor in light blue and then industry in the dark color. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 factors, key success factors. Okay, let's hear some observation. Of course, you have too many factors. I would cut it down to 7 or 8, manageable. Because if you have too many factors to manage, then they may not be very effective. Yeah, I personally would go for just 6 or 7. Because these are the key one. Of course, many factors are important, but how do you categorize them? Like I've given an example earlier, yeah, material should come under quality. So it's just quality that will appear on your graph. Okay, anything you would like to help this group? Anyone else?
I had some comments.
Okay, Anis, silakan.
Okay. In my opinion, if we see from the strategic canvas overall, I cannot see any creation or innovation. But if I'm not mistaken, in the previous slides, the hybrid car, automatic car control, and signature design is supposed to be under crate. But in other competitor and industry also had the same technology. So how can it be create if the another direct competitor or in industry also the technology had exist?
Yeah, that's a good point, Anis. I said the same thing in the last class. You have to be consistent. You have to match your ERC with your strategy canvas. Yeah. So here we see some inconsistencies. You should have a graph that is extended beyond the other two. The other two does not have that element of innovation. Then only, you can claim that your strategy will lead you to a blue ocean. Here we see, all the graphs stop at the same point. Everybody has a signature design. Yeah, but that's not the point of the blue ocean. If everybody has a signature design, then you do not claim that as innovation that is unique just to you. You must come up with something else. Okay, good. Anything else? The company is, in terms of training, it has the highest. Yeah, is training that crucial for this highly robotic, highly automated manufacturing company? We see training usually is very important for service type of companies because your staff will deal directly with the customers. So you need a lot of training. But if it's all automated, it has all been programmed, it is all conducted by robots, then training may not be that crucial. It's just on the job training, very simple. If you looked at, companies or factories that use a lot of robotics, they may just, the manpower is probably just 5%. But of course, in terms of Preston, it hasn't reached that level yet, but training is not a key success factor for this industry. Okay, you have too many points. You need to reconsider them. You need to really discuss what are the factors that represent the key factors that will push you to success in this industry. Okay. Any last comments on this? What do you mean metal production? Can someone from this group explain to us what do you mean by metal production? No, no one will explain it. Okay, just, to repeat again, yeah, there's so many factors that you can combine into one. Yeah, they belong to the same category. Okay. And here, if you look at this canvas, the first one is outdated technology. You want to show that as a race, you race the technology. Okay. and you raise it to the point that probably you are better than your direct competitor. Okay, then only you can, foresee your company as being, having some competitive edge. The military style, you don't have to show that on your canvas, for the same reason. It's something that you just do at one point in time and you move on. What you show on your strategy canvas are those factors that will take some times, that will take the cooperation of everybody, that you want, all your staff to focus on and to put their efforts into those factors. Something that replacing the CEO is top management decision, and it's not, something that will happen for a long period of time. Just one event. Okay, so you don't show that on your strategy canvas. Okay, so I think we have learned a lot this morning. Yeah, I don't plan to extend it further. 1.5 hours is long enough for us to digest many things. And considering, this is an important learning process, for the next Thursday, we will continue with the other two groups. And at the same time, I will wrap up the first case in the Thursday class. And then in the meantime, I want all of the groups to re-look at your solution, reconsider, put in some more thoughts, do some more research, improve your solution, okay? And you have to resubmit this. I will tell you when, just to give enough time for the other two groups to present. Maybe 2 days after Thursday, maybe next, the Sunday following next Thursday, the whole groups have to submit for grading, Whatever you submit at that point in time will be reflected in your grade. Okay. In the meantime, don't forget your group project. Your group project carries 30%. It determines whether you get an A or not. Yeah. If you did very well in that project, most likely your chances of getting an A in this class is very high. So I will advise you to continuously work on your project, especially on the industry analysis. Now that you have your case identified, you know what industry it belongs to. Now you need to do you can also do the SWOT analysis for the industry if you have enough information. You can try to figure out the key success factors for the case, and at the same time spend your time on writing, because for that project you have to submit both the slides, PowerPoint slides for the solution, and the write-up for the case. The case will come up with a solution. Okay, as we go on, I will touch on a little bit more on the case, but in the meantime, prepare your industry analysis for your project, because after we've completed the case number 1, I will ask every group to present the industry analysis. That would probably happen, let me see. Here we are on the 20th. Next class we will do we continue case 1. So most likely on 2nd of December, every group will have to present the industry analysis for your project. Okay. Then I will assign you case number 2. Okay. So that will give you some time to digest, to rethink, because this thing takes time. And also to write, your industry analysis for your group project. Okay, I hope that's clear. Any last question before we say goodbye for today? Okay, looks like there's no question. Okay, if there's no question, I would like to thank everyone for your attendance today, for your participation, and for your effort. Yeah, I can see that some of you are still shy, but give yourself, the chance to participate in this class because it matters. Why I'm taking participation points? Because if your total mark is at the borderline, and if you never participate, even though it's just 1 point away from the next grade, I have no reason to help you. But if you always participate in this class, even if you are 3 points away from the next grade, I have every justification to help you and to push you 1 grade up. That is my discretion. I have the power to do that. I have the basis to do that because you're always active in class. Okay, so I do encourage you to read a lot, to think critically, to try to discuss the most creative solution, and at the same time polish on your writing. Okay, with that, I end up to this class. Have a nice weekend. Yeah, stay safe, take care, and thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Prof.
Prof.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Okay,
Prof.
Thank you,
assalamualaikum.
Prof.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Bye
Prof.
bye. Okay, study hard.
Okay, Prof. Thank
Okay. Okay.